What if everything you thought you knew about code P0116 was wrong? Most advice online blames the coolant temperature sensor, but that's just the surface. Today we're digging deeper to reveal what's really happening under your hood. See the code, swap the sensor, clear the code, then the check engine light comes back. Sound familiar? Frustration sets in and you wonder if you got a bad part or missed something. That's because P0116 is more than a bad sensor. It's a sign of a deeper issue that can't be fixed by just swapping parts. Mechanics and DIYers often treat the symptom, not the cause. But here, we test, not guess. Every reading tells a story. P0116 means engine coolant temperature circuit range performance problem. The key is range performance. The sensor's readings don't match what the engine is actually doing. The PCM sees temperature readings that don't make sense. Maybe the engine warms up too slowly or the temperature jumps around. The computer knows something's off. Today, you'll learn to think like a pro and get to the root of the problem. Ready to fix this for good? Let's get started. So, what's your car really saying when that check engine light pops on and you see a P0116 code? It's easy to feel anxious or confused, but this code is actually your car's way of asking for help before things get worse. The P0116 code points directly to a problem with your engine coolant temperature sensor, or ECT sensor. This sensor is a small but crucial part that tells your car's computer how hot or cold the engine is running. The PCM, or Powertrain Control Module, relies on the ECT sensor to make important decisions about fuel delivery, ignition timing, and when to turn the cooling fans on or off. If the sensor's data is off, the whole system can get thrown out of balance. P0116 doesn't always mean the sensor is completely dead. It means the readings it's sending just don't make sense to the PCM. Maybe the temperature is changing too quickly, or the numbers are outside the normal range. If the temperature gauge on your dash jumps up and down, or you notice the engine temperature fluctuating for no clear reason, that's a sign the PCM is getting confused signals. When the PCM can't trust the ECT sensor, it goes into a fail-safe mode to protect your engine. That means the cooling fans might run all the time, your fuel mixture gets richer than normal, and the car's performance can suffer. You might notice your engine running rough, idling strangely, or even struggling to accelerate smoothly. These are all signs that the engine's computer is trying to compensate for bad information. Ignoring this code can lead to poor fuel economy, higher emissions, and even long-term engine damage if the problem isn't fixed. It's your car's way of warning you before a small issue becomes a big repair bill. So, when you see P0116, don't ignore it. It's your engine's brain telling you it's confused and needs your attention to keep everything running smoothly. Let's start our detective work with the usual suspects: the ECT sensor and the thermostat. The ECT sensor can fail and send erratic signals, but so can the thermostat if it's stuck open or closed. Use a scanner to watch the coolant temperature as the engine warms up. Smooth rise means good, jumps mean trouble. If the engine warms up too slowly, suspect the thermostat, but don't just replace parts, test first. Sometimes air bubbles or other issues mimic sensor or thermostat problems. Always confirm the fix before moving on. If the code returns after replacing the sensor and thermostat, dig deeper. Check the wiring. Cracked insulation or corroded connectors can distort the signal. Wiggle the connector while watching live data. If the reading jumps, you've found the issue. Next, check the cooling fan circuit. If fans run constantly, the engine may never warm up, triggering P0116. Finally, air pockets in the cooling system can cause erratic readings. Bleed the system thoroughly after any cooling work. Don't overlook these hidden villains. Proper diagnosis means checking every link in the chain. The real fix is in the details. Don't skip the basics. If you've checked everything and the code persists, consider the PCM itself. A faulty PCM can misinterpret good signals, but this is rare. Rule out all other causes first: sensor, thermostat, wiring, coolant, and fans. Also check for bad grounds or internal engine issues like a failing water pump or clogged radiator. Only after eliminating everything else should you suspect the PCM. Full system checks are essential. Don't jump to conclusions. Be thorough. Here's your detailed, step-by-step game plan to finally defeat that stubborn P0116 code. Whether you're a seasoned DIYer or just starting out, this approach will help you tackle the problem with confidence and precision. First, connect your OBD2 scanner and check for any additional codes. Sometimes P0116 doesn't show up alone. Other codes can provide valuable hints about what's really going on under the hood. Next, use the scanner's live data function to check the ECT. or engine coolant temperature, reading with the engine completely cold. The reading should closely match the outside air temperature. If it's off by more than a few degrees, you may have a sensor issue or wiring problem. Now start the engine and carefully watch the temperature rise on both your scanner and the dashboard gauge. A smooth, steady increase is what you want to see. If the temperature jumps around, rises too slowly, or doesn't move at all, that's a red flag for trouble. If you end up replacing a sensor or any related part, don't just clear the code and hope for the best. Always verify the repair by checking live data again and making sure the readings are now accurate. After any repair, bleed the cooling system thoroughly to remove trapped air. Air pockets can cause false readings and bring the code right back, so don't skip this step. Take the car for a thorough test drive while monitoring live data. Watch for stable, consistent temperature readings as the engine warms up and during normal driving. This confirms your fix is holding up in real-world conditions. If the code returns, don't get discouraged. Go back through each step methodically. Sometimes the smallest detail can make all the difference. Following the right process not only saves you time and money, but also helps you avoid unnecessary part swapping and frustration. Don't skip steps. Diagnose with confidence and patience. Every clue, no matter how small, matters when you're solving a tricky code like P0116. Trust the data, not just your instincts. Let the numbers guide your decisions and you'll get to the root of the problem faster. Stick to this plan and you'll crush P0116 for good, restoring your car's performance and your peace of mind. You did it! By following a logical process, you became a true automotive detective. You learned to check the ECT sensor, thermostat, wiring, fans, and air pockets, and even consider rare PCM issues. The data doesn't lie, it points you to the real problem. Always bleed the cooling system after repairs. Now you have the knowledge and confidence to fix P0116 yourself. Share your success stories below. Your experience can help others. That check engine light doesn't stand a chance. Let's get to work.